grand total of how many paintings I have done is, because she is very, very addicted to cow print. But yeah, I really, and that's when a whole another era started. Small. Hey guys, it's Yasmin and welcome back to another video. We are going to be doing something different today. I have been seeing a lot of TikTok videos and also YouTube videos of people doing this, and it's them going through, well, specifically going through their old sketchbooks from years ago, from middle school. But yeah, like literally like old sketchbooks, and just going through it, reacting to it and all that. And I thought, what better way than for me to do it? But I don't have sketchbooks. I only have one sketchbook that I started back in 2022. That's not even done. I'm very slow when it comes to it, but what I have been doing for almost 8 years. 8 years. We're almost at 10 years now. From starting back in December of 2017. Painting. I did a lot of paintings, and I will actually tell you how much I have done since 2017 to now, which is 2025, or well, 2024. Either way. Just tell you how much I have. So yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna do like 2 parts to this or what, but we're just gonna go see. Like I said, I don't have most of these paintings, so they may go real by. That's why you have this big old space right here next to me, so I can just show y'all. Because like I said, I don't have some of them. I have most of them, from little to big ones to some I'm probably just gonna honorable mentions. So yeah. So let's just go ahead and do it, because I have been trying to figure out, for a reason why I want to do this, is to figure out what theme I was going for, because some people look through their old sketchbooks or their old, I'm gonna just say old art, to find what their theme is, what they want to do for their art shop and all that. And I was like, there was one thing I have done, and you're going to be seeing it a lot. It is galaxy or night sky, a lot of moons, like full moon, crescent moon, everything. You'll understand while we go through. So let's go ahead and go through, because I'm trying not to make this go an hour long. So like I said, this may be quick, because like I said, the majority of them I don't have. So to start off, from the December 28th of 2017, I made my first painting on actually a cardboard that I had paper. I painted it on a piece of paper, because for that Christmas 2017, I was first introduced to paint, and it was a apple barrel paint, the one I've been using for all these years. So, and you can see, as I'm looking also on my computer, it is my first time doing trees, and also that's the reason why the sky looks a little weird. It is because it was on a piece of paper I glued on a cardboard. So, and that was my start of all of these. This one you can barely see was back in August 2nd, 2018, and is another sky painting. From the dark to the light, to the very light to purple. Now, this one I can actually show. It is October 7th of 2018. This was my first. Oh yeah, by the way, the last one was also on another piece of paper. This was my first canvas. It's a flat canvas. As you can see, this is what I used to symbolize it. And also, you can see October 7th, 2018. A sunset with apparently palm trees and also regular trees. I don't know why, I thought it would be cool if I have a little sunset in a triangle that says love you, and then another big sunset. That's what I did. I'm gonna have to restack these, so we're gonna fix it. There we go. Okay, the next one is, I think my first big, no. Some of these, by the way, some of these are from Pinterest or Google. I think Google, then to Pinterest. Okay. The next one is, we're going to be, that was the only two from, by the way, from 2018. This is now 2019, where I tried doing like the snowy side and then the summer side, I guess. That's what it looks like. And that was February 2nd, 2019. Oh, let me actually get this one. I have this, but I don't have it with me. Let me get this real quick. Okay, we're back. Okay, so this one was March 1st, 2019, but this one was actually a Mother's Day gift that I made for Mom. This is what the picture was looking like, but this is the outcome. It says I heart Mom, and then you can really barely tell a lot of nice little sayings. Can y'all see them? They're mainly just from here and all the way just to here. As you can tell, another sky picture. Another sky. Night sky. Don't ask me why. Next one. I didn't know where to put that, so we're just gonna leave it there. Oh, this one was a piece of paper from September 1st, 2019. I had no reason. I just saw it on Google and thought I'd do something like that. Yet another night sky, but with a moon. Oh wait, here comes another one from September 6th, 2019, with a moon and a little forest apparently. This next one was my favorite. I loved it so much. I think my aunt bought it from me, or I just don't remember where I put it. This was December 8th, 2019. It was moon. That's when I first started doing like shooting stars and all that. The trees were okay, but I used a grayish background. Well, yeah, sky, and then the little hill. The moon was really good. 2020, we're almost done. No, we're not, because 2020, if y'all did not know, I started freshman year in 2019. Give me 1 second. Sorry, they were talking really loud. So, anyways, like I was saying, I started freshman year in high school in 2019. 2019-2020 was my freshman year. Well, y'all know about 2020. I can't really say it or really want to. We were quarantined for so long and I had nothing to do besides painting. So, I did a lot of painting. This was my first painting in 2020. My main favorite. And by the way, this was a SpongeBob painting. This used to be a painting where I did like a yellow theme. So every yellow character I had Jake, Pikachu, SpongeBob, and I can't remember what else. I know I had a lot of bees, but you can like see the little triangle. Anyways, but I changed it into this lady. And by the way, the moon glows. And this was my start to doing a lot more galaxy. So I'm thinking the reason why, from this painting and all the others, I want my art shop to be like a galaxy thing. I don't know, because we're going to just keep looking and you'll understand why. But yeah, this was January 20th from 2020. I still love this one and probably going to hang it up again. I made this one for my friend Gingy from its one OC characters. I think I can't remember, but this was a painting I made for Genji on February 5th, 2020. This is one you can barely see, but I will describe it because I made it on. I have like a wooden suitcase box thing with a little lock and all that I kind of store stuff in, and I painted it. You can barely see it, but it's a galaxy with the house from the movie Up, and instead of balloons, it's planets. I actually thought it was really cool, but I don't know. Anyways, did I say when I do that one? I don't know if I said it, but I did that one March 4th, 2020. And then this one was March 22nd, 2020. I tried doing like a slime background, like with the little squiggles and all that, make it look like slime. And back then, my favorite color. So Rennie is going to be doing some hammering in her room, so I ended up just grabbing my mic and we're going to move on. So the last one I did was the Up from In Outer Space one. No, it was the slime one that I was trying to explain. This one again, if y'all don't remember. Yeah, I just saw someone making a painting with a mug, and it had something else coming out of it from like the steam. So I thought a galaxy, and like I said, I was trying to make the slime going down like a background, and the cat's going at it again. Anyways, and like I said, I'm trying to think. I can't remember now. My favorite color is yellow, so I tried doing like different colored yellows. So, anyways, we're just gonna move on. Trying to go ahead and do this quick because apparently this wasn't a good time to do it. So the next one is March 29th. A lot of these are from March. Most of these are from March. No, never mind. There's only 2 more. This one, I was really into the show Steven Universe, and me and Genji, always. I remember there's been some days where I go to its house and we watch the Steven Universe together. And there was one time we missed one of the episodes and we had to wait until like 11 o'clock or 10, and I didn't get home from its house till like 11, maybe 12. I think it came back on at 10 o'clock, and then I didn't go home until like 11. I think that's what it is. Anyway, so I made it like the night sky, of course. Peridot is the character holding Steven Universe shirt, and I'm not going to spoil it. So that's going to be it. And then Peridot does say, "I'll never give up on you." I believe that's what it says. I don't think Peridot says that. But anyways, that's another thing. And then March 31st, I made another Steven one, which you can't see it, but in the show, there is the famous snack. I think Steven's favorite snack, the cookie cat. And I painted pink, like a pink sky with little clouds, and then around the mascot of the cookie cat, what it actually looks like. I was pretty pleased about it. I liked it. Next one is April 5th, and it was one of the episodes from Family Guy when I can't remember what's happened to Stewie, and it was the episode where he was like on a pile of pillows, like you can see right here, and he just says to Brian, "Welcome to Pillow World, bruh." I honestly liked it. And fun fact, my dad actually bought this from me, $10, because at the time of doing all this, when people were wanting to buy something, especially family members, I didn't know like how much to pay them. So I just told them $10 would be okay, and my own dad paid me $10 for this painting. And fun fact, I wish I had a picture of it, but he has it in his room still. Anyways, this is when I first started doing acrylic pour paintings. And if y'all don't know what they are like a liquid paint that you put either on the canvas or in a cup. Usually I do the cup method. I put all the like liquid color paint that I want in there and then pour the cup onto the canvas. And since it's liquidy, you can hold the canvas and it moves. How you just move the paint wherever you want to, and whatever it is. And they had at Walmart like starter kits, so I bought 2 different kinds, like a sunset one and something else. I can't remember what they are. Didn't turn out the way I wanted, but I still didn't care. And this was April 9th, 2020. And I had them for a while. I had them for a good bit. I'll say that much. But yeah, I really, and that's when a whole another era started. We'll get to that too. Next one, let me actually check something too. Okay, we're good for now. This is April 13th. My aunt, my aunt, her husband, and her two daughters. I made this painting. I saw a YouTube video where someone like used like beads, but like the metal kind beads that are a little bit heavier and actually good to do it. But I didn't know where to find those, so I kind of used like party beads. And they like put the paint on the beads and all that, and then put it on the canvas and pulled it, and it made like a cool looking flower. So I asked my aunt if she would like a painting, because I wanted to try it, and she said she would love to have it, and she will buy it either way. So she bought it for $10, and I asked all four of them their favorite colors, and the blue and the green is my aunt and her husband, and then while I'm looking at it, it looks like a purple pink, and white was my 2 cousins. So I actually liked how it turned out, and she really liked it. So that was my first time doing that too. I was pretty pleased. This other one was apparently on April 20th, 2020. I made color bubbles. I didn't do it the right way, where you actually use like a circular something, like a cup or like a lid or something, and you make bubbles from that. I just did circles and then try to do it, but I did color bubbles. And then April 29th, my other second acrylic pour. It was I just did random colors that I thought would look good. Actually, I think I did it from a YouTube video, and mine turned out completely different from hers. And then this one, and around after this time, back in 2019, I met my friend Jake, and whenever I made this painting on May 2nd, I asked Jake his favorite colors, and at the time it was black, white. No, not white. It was black, dark purple, and silver and pink. Because I can see a little bit of silver to it, but you may not can. But I remember putting silver in it. I asked him if he wanted to throw white in it just to see what it looked like. He said yeah, so we did that. But that's how it turned it out. I really liked it. I was so proud of that one instead of the second time. And around that year, as I'm looking at this, my very lovable cat named Jerry passed away. We had him from 2009 and he passed away in 2020, I think at the end of April. And so my dad wanted me to paint a little gravestone of him for him. And so I painted like his colors, because he was like, here's a picture and here's the painting. I tried doing like a little ombre with the light dark and then the white. But yeah, it says Jerry, and then how long we had him, from 2009 to 2020. And then we put he was special, because he was a very special cat. He learned how to open a screen door. He never meowed. He barely meowed to anyone. I think me. He barely lets anyone hold him, especially strangers. He has certain people he'll let hold. He used to sleep with me and Dayton in our rooms. He was just a very chill cat. That's all I can say. He was just a very special dude. So, and then May 11th, 2020, I made another acrylic pour. Apparently, because I remember now I was very addicted to a song, that Don't Worry, Be Happy. So I painted that with my favorite colors, yellow, different shades of yellow, and wrote Don't Worry, Be Happy. This one I actually do have, so I am going to try and see if I can do. There we go. So, I hope y'all can hear me. See if I can do this one hand. I think I can do this one handed. This one was my mom's Mother's Day gift in 2020. It says, "Mom, no matter what you go through, I will always be by your side." And with really tried hard roses and a heart. Her favorite color is green, so I did different shades of green. And the mom is actually I don't know if you can see it. It is either emerald green or peridot green. That's actually the color, what it said. I think I have, I don't see it. I usually put the date, year, and all that. Oh, it has a hole. Well, you can tell how long I had it. There's like, you can probably see it on the back. No, you can't. There's like a little hole there. I have these in here just to show, but we also don't know where to put those paintings from Mama, so that was another reason why they're in here. And May 12th, 2020, I repainted that wooden suitcase chest thing and made it another night sky, but made it with put it with actually balloons instead of painting the colors of the house. I just put like a black silhouette of it, and then put the caption. Well, not the caption. I guess I don't know if that's like one of the good famous quotes on it. Adventure is out there. And by the way, those little balloons is from my thumb and my finger. I did a little bit of finger paint apparently. I still like how it turned out. By the way, from that day, it's still like that. It's chilling. It's still like that. It's probably may or may not have a little bit more paint on it still. But anyways, then I made this one I followed the same tutorial that I saw the first time with the flowers, but did the actual the actual colors they used on it. And that was on May 13th, 2020. And then this one has a story behind it. So my Nana's favorite quote she always tells me is, "Never give up your freedom." I don't know where that came from, but she's been saying that for years. So I ended up making her a painting on May 16th of, yep, the background is a paint pour of yellow and white, and then I put "Never give up your freedom." And then this thing, I don't remember what the color was. I think it was just white, a white little box that you can open and all that. Literally this small size. And I thought, paint it as BMO, because BMO from Adventure Time was one of my favorite characters. So, and if y'all did not know, I have a BMO backpack, and also on my BMO backpack at Walmart around Easter, they had like a little toy, I guess, for like an Easter basket thing, and it was like a little robot, looked exactly like BMO. So now I have a little BMO on my BMO backpack. Anyways, and I made that BMO on May 21st, 2020. And the funny thing is, in that, all I have in there is all fortune cookies, like all the little fortunes I have from all the fortune cookies. So, and then May 26th, I made a blue acrylic pour, a different color, and it says "Just keep swimming" from Finding Nemo. And then May 28th, I don't even remember what colors I use on this, but that's another acrylic pour. That's all I can say. I think I was just starting to just do random acrylic pours when I had nothing to do. And then June 2nd, another acrylic pour. And then I have a dresser. I have never painted. I had it, I think I got it that year in 2020. I can't remember when I had it. But yeah, I ended up starting painting its drawers. So, and that was June 20th, 2020. So the first one is the green background with cherry blossoms. Tried cherry blossoms. The second one is just a sky, just like sky with clouds. And then I think I put glow in the dark paint on it. I can't remember. And then the last one is just a pastel yellow background with sunflowers in each corner. That was it. Then I don't think I didn't put it on this one. Then I painted the other side. I had different ideas. So the bottom on the other side, like, okay, the sunflower one, the other side was a SpongeBob reference of whenever he shrink down a lot of stuff in that one episode, and that one where that roach is sitting on the small seat with the small table eating a small Krabby Patty. And so I made that as a sticker and put it on there, and then painted I painted the background like what it should, like the scene looked like, and then put the sticker on, and now it's been there since then. And then I have Sour Patch Kids on the second drawer, handing my food drawer where my snack stays. And the other one, I can't remember what the idea I had it. I remember painting it red, and I had an idea for it, but I never did it. So the top drawer is still red to this day with nothing on it, and it's been like that since then. Oh, and then there's like a middle drawer, and I painted it a galaxy because I can see it because it's right in front of me. I painted it galaxy with clouds and stars, and then I think shooting stars I can't really see, and then I put my initials YMC. Another galaxy reference, or night sky. Anyways, I think, yeah. Oh wait, no, I didn't do this next one. Next one, June 28th, I did a pineapple. I was trying to, because I've seen a lot of people do like painting, how to do like neon lights, I think, like with look like it's actually like the only thing I can explain it is like a lightsaber where it's like the light and then dark, and it looks like it's bright, like it's shining. So I tried doing that with a pineapple. I don't know why. Anyways. And the funny thing is, where I messed up on, like, in the middles, like the little squares, I said that I told myself I'm going to redo them and, like, paint the squares black to make it, like, actually try and make it look a little bit better. I never did. So, next one is another flower thing, but I did it the Pride colors. Hold on. Rennie's outside. That's what I was hearing. Anyways, so back to this. But yeah, I did like the Pride colors: red, white, orange. I did red, orange, yellow, green, blue, and purple. And I did that. I think I was just. Oh yeah, because that's July 5th, and it was around Pride Month, so that's why I did that. And then I made this one. It was not my first glass painting. No, I actually painted the background of the frame, like the background frame where the picture, like where it holds the picture in. I painted that. I didn't paint. This is not my first glass painting, by the way. Just letting y'all know. This was July 13th, 2020, and it was one of BMO's quotes that I can't really read it, but you can see it. And it's BMO laying in the grass. And then this is another up thing. On July 16th, I made another up painting with the black house and the night sky with shooting stars and clouds at the bottom, and then my thumb and finger as balloon paint. I'm gonna tell you now, all those colors that I did were all of my paint. That's how much paint I have. I think I did 2 of each, to be exact. Like 2 of the same color, and all of those are different colors, and that's how much paint I have. So then the BMO, then after a while, July 24th, I repainted the BMO painting, and I ended up doing acrylic pour painting on top of it, and then painting Finn and Jake, and then making a little sign that says "Homies help homies." And it's been there for a while. By the way, fun fact, I still have that frame. Like, excuse all the other paintings from right there, but do you see that? Right there. Yeah, right there. That's the same one from all those years. That's the same glass. But yeah, this one was July 31st. Here's a picture of what it's supposed to look like if you can't read it, but I will show it. You could tell that it kind of ruined because the paint came off, but it is from different shows. We have Family Guide. We have Stewie and Brian from Family Guide, Peridot, and Amethyst from Steven Universe, Finn and Jake from Venture Time, Mordecai and Rigby from Regular Show, and then Dipper and Mabel from Gravity Falls. And they all have their fate. Like, I looked up quotes from each and every single one of them, and I wrote them down. Did I have a reason? No. Man, they look weird. I'll say that. I don't know. Finn looks actually normal. That's it. That's all. Moving on. This one was on August 1st, 2020, and I asked my stepsister Angel, and then her favorite color, it was pink. I think Rennie's was purple. Mine is the yellow one, but you can barely see it. I made our 3 favorite colors into the little flowers. I don't even know where that is. I made it literally August 1st, and then I have not seen it since. I don't even know if I gave it to Angel I don't even know what happened to it, by the way. Like half of these, I don't even know what half of these went. But, and then August 2020, I made these two acrylic board paintings. I will say, this one, the colorful one, not all the pink one, but the actual with a lot of colors. One of the YouTubers that I saw, she did a acrylic board painting, and then used the colors from the acrylic board painting, choose where she wanted, and then she painted her nails black, and then she either dipped her finger in, she tried dipping her finger in, but she ended up using like a plastic spoon and like choose where she wanted and put it on her nails just to look like literally gave her like color her nails. And I tried that. I actually did. Proof. Anyways, August 14th, 2020, I made these two in a different kind of canvas, triangle canvas. They were both acrylic pour paintings, and then I added stuff to it. I think I remember posting it on my Instagram, and I said before detail, after detail. Anyways, I just wanted to say that. This one was from August 20th, 2020. This was my first painting I actually was able to take to school. I remember this was my first project, I think, in my, no, I don't think this was my, yeah, this was my fine art 1 class in sophomore year. And it was supposed to be, like, she gave us an assignment, like, paint, like, a grumpy thing on it. Like, why is Grumpy Cat so grumpy? And I did, from Gravity Falls, the scene of when Bill Cipher took over the whole world and put his dimension in there. And so, I think I remember saying Grumpy Cat got grumpy because he opened another dimension. And the little star thing is actually acrylic board painting, by the way. Because I'm cool like that. Anyways, the next one is, I'm going to just go through these a little bit fast because there's not really much to say with some of these. August 23rd, 2020, I made this off of a circle canvas, and it was just a cherry blossom tree in the middle of a night sky, and by the way, I was really addicted to making clouds. If you did not tell, some of these had loads of clouds on it, and I didn't hate it. Anyways, so that was August 23rd, and then August 27th, I made that one, and it was all the diamonds from Steven Universe. I was really into making Steven Universe paintings. It was acrylic board background, and I painted each and every diamond. The top one is white diamond, the two on the side is blue and yellow diamond, and the bottom one's pink diamond, if y'all did not know. Now y'all know. Anyways, September 5th, I made this one that I apparently still have. It is all of my favorite shows. Not every single one, but most of them. And they're my favorite character and what they taught me. So we have Courage, Dexter's Laboratory, Courage from Courage the Cowardly Dog, Dexter from Dexter's Laboratory, Kick from Kick Butowski, Chowder from Chowder, Ponyhead from Star vs. the Force of Evil, Bimo from Adventure Time, Pops from Regular Show, Milo from, I think his name is Milo, from Fish Hooks, Jerry from Tom and Jerry, and then Dipper from Gravity Falls, Ice Bear from We Bare Bears, and Peridot from Steven Universe. Whew, that was a lot. By the way, there's still more favorite shows I like. Anyways, I made acrylic pour painting for my stepsister Angel, saying "Don't worry, be happy" in her favorite color, pink. I remember I did one with coral, light pink, and then with white, but you can barely see the white. So, and then someone bought this from school. Someone paid me to make a painting with the lesbian flag colors and wrote that saying on it. And I can't really read it on. I think it says, "Tell me this string of sleeves in light." I don't remember that. I mean, I remember making it, but I don't remember I don't remember writing that. Anyways. And then another second painting I did. No, this is actually two. You'll see the second one. But, so I'm gonna have to tell a quick story. I think this was my end of the year, like end of that semester art project in Fine Art 1. She made us do not from here, not in the United States. 4 places you want to visit and why. And so, and like literally, you had to choose 4 places you want to do and say why and all that, like the famous things and all that. Anyways, so I did Japan. I did Japan, Canada, Germany, and someone that I remember someone that my dad knows that I used to see a lot. He always talked about his city and all that in Turkey. I think. I do believe. Anyways. So, I did those. And then she made us choose on one of the places, and then we have to do, I'll actually show you in the second one. But this, I did Tokyo, Japan. This was my first painting I tried. I actually really liked it. I did make a second one of this because I didn't like how small the building was, so I made it bigger. But I would show you the other one, but apparently it ended up having a big hole. And I don't know where the big hole came, so I ain't going to show it. And plus, I don't even know where it is. It's somewhere around here. But yeah, that's what it is. I tried doing some cherry blossoms and then leaves trying to fall off of it. I actually really liked it. I did follow a tutorial and all that on how to paint it. I really liked how it turned out. But I ended up not doing that one. But instead, I ended up painting on November 3rd a big yellow painting that says "My Happy Place." And this has been hung up in my room because apparently my room is my happy place. Because I stay in here all the time. So, that's that. And that was on November 3rd. This one was my favorite. So, and I can explain everything now because this was my when I said I ended up changing it. If I can get it out of all the other paintings. This was my my sophomore fine art project. It says Tokyo, and then here I'll just start with the clouds. So we had to do some like famous shows or what is it famous for. So I did different characters from different shows, and apparently some games that it actually made. Did y'all know? I didn't know that. But apparently, Japan made Japan made Call of Duty. I didn't know that. But I looked it up what they made, like any games, and Call of Duty popped up. But I put some anime shows in there, like Japan Seeks 2020, Dragon Ball Z, Erased, Silent Voice, Pokemon, Naruto, and then Fast and Furious Tokyo Drift. And then I also, on the other cloud, I put food. We got ramen and sushi and rice. And then this is actually Mount Fiji that I painted. And then a little little house, and then my cherry blossoms on the bottom, and then the population that I had to do. And I don't know where that's saying. Oh, I think it's the Sharpie, because you can see where it was. I really liked it. I really loved this so much. It was literally, I liked it, and a lot of people liked it too. So yeah. I'm sorry, I had to keep checking my phone, because for some reason it is dying very fast, and I don't know why. So next one was November 17th, and I made this. This is actually wood, and I painted. In my old sketchbook, I drew some like jars, like stuff in a jar, and I drew like a night sky, and it says like on a piece of paper, someone put like on it saying what it is, and it says make a wish. And so I turned that sketch into a painting. I love this so much. Even my mom shared it on her Facebook. I really like this so much. Anyways. Then I made my brother this I painted it on December 10th, 2020. And I gave it to him for Christmas. It is supposed to be a night sky with red clouds, and then a tachi. You can see the Sharigan. Sorry, I was reading something. Because my boyfriend sent me a message I'll have to read in a second. But it said he passed all his classes, so I'm really happy. So if you're watching this, I'm so proud of you. Anyways. But yeah, because Dayton's favorite, I think he told me one of his favorite characters from Naruto was Itachi, so I painted that. And he really liked it. And he still has it till this day. I seen it. He still has it. Anyways, another one that I did was these two. I don't have, this one and then the other one was December 5th. I painted this one, and also I'll just show you the picture too, which is supposed to be a deck on the ocean and all that with a moon. And yep, this one is a girl painting a moon. Oh, I didn't put any stars. I just realized that. And yep, my little signature too. That was, I think I did tell you, that was December 5th. And then the other one was December 10th. And now we're on to 2021. I have this one somewhere. I don't remember where I laid it. Oh, there it is. So, Jake wanted a painting. I made Jake a painting. And back then, back in 2021, on January 1st, I painted this. And if y'all don't know, these flags, the background flag is the gender fluid flag, and then the heart is the pansexual flag. And I was gonna but then I didn't really have time to mail this to Jake. I think I was gonna give it to him whenever we meet, but couple of months later, he ended up realizing he was not gender fluid. So, which I am supportive anyway. I am supportive with all my friends, no matter who they are or what they are. Love them dearly. So, yeah. So, I ended up keeping it because I kept asking him. I remember asking him if he still wanted it. He said no. And so, I've been wanting to repaint it to something else, but I have not got to it yet because I have not been really into canvas, mainly glass. So anyways, then I did another acrylic pour painting in this one says 2022. Did I not put that in 22? This is in 21. Well, this is the painting anyways. It says it's January 23rd, 2022. Anyways, we're just gonna move on from that. And this was technically my first, not glass painting. We had an old screen protector that was not for any of our phones. So I asked Mom if she was going to use it. She said no, and I said, can I paint on it? She said yeah. So I painted a rose, and that was on February 6, 2021. And then I finally repainted Bubbles, and this was the Bubbles on February 20th. And they looked so much better. So much better. I was very proud of myself. This was my first glass painting. February 23rd, 2021. This right here. It was Baby Gaara. Because Gaara from Naruto was one of my favorite characters. Well, at the time I was watching it still, he was my favorite character. So I painted him, Baby Gaara, with his little teddy bear. And I was so proud of it. So proud of him. Proud of him, proud of me. Anyways, and then March 10th, I made this little thing with my little tiny signature. Y'all see that? It is a mushroom house. I don't know why I painted a mushroom house, and then I added on some grass. I thought it was cute. Like this, it's tiny on a tiny little canvas, okay? Anyways. Then this one, on March 14th, I made a yin yang painting as a night sky. I actually honestly liked how it turned out, in all honesty. So I'm very pleased with it. And then I did a acrylic pour painting on March 21st, 2021. And that's what it turned out. And then in April 1st, I did this one. I actually really liked it. Fun fact, at Hobby Lobby, they had like already made like acrylic pour paint. I don't recommend it. Before I used those, I actually been using a little bit of water with paint that I don't have a lot of, and then make my own. That's how I've been doing it. But then I wanted to try those. They were not that great. They were so sticky. Like so sticky. Even that second time, that April 1st one, I put a little bit of water, like a little bit of water on them, like on the paint that I was going to use. They were still sticky because the ones I got was like not the big kind, but the small kind of it. So I did half and half, and still they were still so sticky. So I ended up not doing it. Oh, I remember this. On May 9th, I taught Angel and Rennie how to do acrylic pour paintings. This is Rennie's. I don't have Angel's, but this was mine. And I asked them if they wanted to learn how to do acrylic pour painting, and make it for me and Rennie, make it for Mom, and then Angel make it for her mom. They agreed. They both told me they enjoyed their time making it, so I was really pleased. Did I say when I made it? May 9th, by the way, 2021. I didn't remember if I said it. And then this one was junior year, I think. Yes, junior year. Someone that is in the same grade as me, but I went to elementary school with her, but don't really talk to her because if y'all don't really know high school, you apparently just are in a different group of people. She was more athletic and all that, and a little bit popular, so she was over there. I was over here with the quiet, not troubled kids. Because I barely talked. The only time I talked is when I had Gingy, Lindsay, or Brooklyn in my class. Other than that, I didn't really talk to anyone. I did try to be acquaintance with some people just in case there was a project and you need to be in groups. Other than that, anyways, so I can't remember what happened to her. I think something happened and she had to get like a really serious surgery. And so everyone was buying like little rings, because that's why you could see on my thumb was a little ring about for her, you know, to help with the giving them donate money and all that. And that's when I also made this painting. She was in the softball team, so I made the middle of the sunflower, which was her favorite flower, is softball, and then it says get well. She honestly, when she finally got back to school, because everything went well, I'm so glad that it did. She came up to me out of nowhere, and she's like, "Did you make this painting?" And she showed me because she took a picture of it, and I said, "Yeah, why?" And she said, "I loved it. It's hung up." And so yeah, I was so happy. I was also glad that everything went well, and I'm glad that she liked it, because I kept debating on myself whether she'll want it or not, because I didn't know. I just remember going to the principal and I was like, "Hey, I made this for her and I would like to see if she would like it." And she's like, "Okay." That's so sweet. Anyways, we gotta speed this up. Anyways, this one was September 13th. This was my, because yeah, 8th grade or 7th grade was my last time I did like our Middle Tennessee District Fair, art fair, where you get judged and all that and win money if you're 1st through 3rd and all that. I didn't place, but this was the painting I made. It was acrylic pour background, night sky, galaxy colors, blue, pink, purple, and light blue, and white. Not white, no. And then the moon, and then the hill and all that with the sheep. I really liked it, but I didn't place. And that was junior year, by the way. And then here's 2022. 2022, February 13th, I did my first skeleton heart. I think I followed a tutorial on YouTube how to do it, so I can't remember, for the life of me, I can't remember the YouTube. I wanted, like, I don't know how, when I can't remember it. Anyways, February 23rd, I made this skeleton girl, trying to make it look like me, but then I ended up realizing I don't smoke, so then I asked my Nana, because I remember showing Nana it, and she's like, "Oh, can I have it?" And I was like, "Yeah," and she still has it. And then, so yeah, and that's pretty much it. And then I made this on March 6th. It is a girl looking in a mirror, looking at a skeleton. I am now, that's when I started getting addicted to skeletons. About to be ghosts soon, so be prepared. And then 2022, this was the year I made, this is the year I started doing my vendor, my artist vendor. So on May, I can't remember when I paid this space, but June 12th, I think it was on the 12th. June 12th was, I'll actually show it here in a second, was my first Pulaski Pride Festival, and I painted these, which they're put up safely, so I don't really feel like getting them out either. Anyways, but this is what they look like, and I made and they're acrylic pour paintings with skeleton hearts on it, because I was apparently at the time addicted to making skeleton hearts, and so I did 9 flags. See if I can list them all, because I can see them. The gay flag, the lesbian flag, asexual, non-binary, bisexual, transgender, gender fluid, pansexual, and asexual. Boom. But that's all the paintings right here, and then the next one you'll probably see is what they actually looked up close up. I probably already showed it. Anyways, I was very pleased. Oh, I don't think I could put this in the frame. Hold on, let me actually do something real quick. Okay. June 4th. Do you see it? This was my biggest canvas, by the way, the biggest canvas I have done. It has skeleton hands. One's covered up because it is the no finger. But it says Ken's Art Creation is because that was my art shop. Literally my art shop. That was the name of my art shop, and I was so loved it. Anyway, so and then here's the picture on June. It was June 11th, by the way. June 11th was my the Pride Festival in Pulaski, Tennessee. I didn't do great, no, but it was my first time, and I'm excited. That's the start. And by the way, I was going to be a senior too. So, I felt proud. Anyways, and then June 18th, I painted this second glass painting. I'm trying to fix, there we go. For one of my brother's friends. And I painted that. And then in July, I think the 22nd of July, they made the guy I made the painting to, Dayton's friend, and also Dayton, made a song that I have listened to ever since. And it is called Space Cope Love. And the 28th, literally 6 days after I made it, I made this painting. And I really loved the galaxy look. I really liked the stars. I loved everything that I made. This was ever since after my, see if I can grab it, from this one to this one, this was been my favorite painting. This has been my painting still, but still, this was July 28th. Not June. I don't think I said June, but still, July 28th. And then, for my I did a early Halloween painting on the 23rd of September. Little ghosts on a swing. With little bats, and a little spider, webs, bones, everything. And then, I think this is on the 30th. I believe. I know this is probably going to be an hour long. I don't care. I may not even post it still, like I said. I was Freddy Krueger for Halloween, hence the little sleeves. And I did have red hair. I just hit my little brush. And I did a ghost and a pumpkin head. And I think you can see it. Yeah. I'm trying to make it to where you can see everything without the little light. But anyways, that's that. Sorry, I got excited. This was... Oh yeah, by the way, that night sky that I made, that I put in a district fair, art fair thing, I never got it back until I put the next one in. And you'll see it in a second. Anyways, I'll tell you that now. Because this was. So I'm gonna tell you now, I am a little bit still, but back then I was really insecure about the way I looked and everything. So I tried for the first time making a painting of me, because I realized I didn't really make a lot of paintings of me. So I wanted to try and make a painting of me, and this bad girl right here, I remember I could not stop looking at it. I wanted to paint a moon on it and all that, but I didn't. And by the way, I don't think you can, I don't know if you need to see it. Do you all need to see it? there's nothing really on it, but I put it in 2023, I put it in the art fair. It got 3rd place. And when I took it to the art fair, I remember waiting in line. I think that year I was with Angel. Yeah, I was with Angel when I wanted to put this in, and this is after I graduated and all that. Because this was 2023. And I couldn't have anything. I couldn't enter anything before November 2020. So I made that, and they allowed me to take it because I told them when, just to make sure. And they were like, yeah, you can still enter in. I was like, yeah. It got 3rd place. And then, yeah, while we were waiting, I noticed in another room, like in their storage room or something, this painting. And so I had to ask like 3 people that they didn't know who I should ask. I kept asking them, hey, I saw my old painting from like 2 years ago. Can I get it back? And they're like, yeah. And so I got it back. After 2 years, I had no clue where it went. It did. The back of it, like one of the woods, it broke, but the whole painting was still intact. It was just a little broken, like, wood part. Other than that, it was still attached. But yeah, this painting, and still at the time, I had red hair. I had really different color hair. I had blue, purple, green, red. I think that's it. Black. Anyways, but yeah, at the time I had red hair, and oh my gosh, this painting, I still love it to this day. And like I said, I need to go fast. So, I made these 2 paintings from the 21st of November and the 22nd of November. I made Luffy and Chopper from One Piece, and it was a gift to someone. I don't know how to explain it to who they are, but it's someone that we know. I'll say that. Anyways. And then this one was my senior English art project. So we read loads of books and also watched this one movie called Beasts of the Southern Wild. And that semester project was, we had to make like a collage, a essay, literally like a list of stuff. We had to choose one out of that list to do and make something that has to do with one of the books we read or the movie. So on December 12th, I painted Hush Puppy from The Beasts of the Southern Wild, and my English teacher loved it. She loved it. So she literally loved it so much where she showed everyone what it looked like. Didn't have to. Kind of embarrassing. But she kept it up. I graduated in 2023 in May. And she kept it, and she just kept it up in the class the whole time. Even the next senior class that she had the spring semester, she said that she pointed it out to them, like, you can do that. That's what she did. And all that. So that kind of, I felt great. Anyways. Then I painted a little Grinch and Snoopy painting on December 15th and gave it to 2 of my favorite teachers. One was the English teacher, of course, and the other one was my old, not physical science, but my chemistry and my, physics. There we go. Fun fact. There you go. Anyways, this one was 2023 January 7th, and it was a Valentine theme. I looked these up on Google and just drew them. I really hope I don't get copyright just showing these off. I didn't really try to. I just painted them. I just painted them because they were cute and Valentine's. Like the skull, the ghost, another skull, skeleton heart, spiderweb heart. Literally, yeah. And then January 17th, I was in theater, but known as the prop master. And also the prop master gets to do like the big sign that was in front of the theater and painted made like what the show will be they're gonna be doing. And this one was from Night at the Theater, where you just you just do your own skit, or you sing, or literally anything. And the funny thing is, everyone didn't even try, but they matched my theme of it. I wanted it how I wanted to looked at it was the curtains opening up and you just see a night sky because it's Night of the Theater. And fun fact, I did it I'd made it out of an old canvas that I didn't like the painting of, so I repainted it. I did acrylic pour painting and painted all that. It was great. And so that's what it is. And also all the skits or the songs they did were about the night, or having to do about the night. It was really great. I was like, oh. And then February 11th, 2023 was whenever I did my first glass paintings, and I did my first 11 glass paintings was the Akatsuki's from Naruto. And then February 18th was when I did my first 3 music artist Akatsuki's, Little Peep, Juice WRLD, and XXX. I'm trying to go fast, by the way, because these are not really much to say. And then February 22nd, I did the Team Kakashi. Where's my other one? I don't think did I not put the other one? Anyways, I'll have to probably find the pictures and show you, but I can't remember what day I put it on. But anyways, I also did, before the others, I did Team Asuma, Team Kurin, and Team Might Guy. That's them. I don't remember the numbers, by the way. That's why I'm just trying to think of the senseis. So yeah, and then I did then on the March 22nd, I did the Hokages, the 5 Hokages, and then Madara and them on one side, and then Nagara and them on the other. I can't remember the names offhand, so that's what I'm about to say. And then in 2023, my other cat, Leo, that been down here living here at mom's and all that, he passed away with unknown causes. Jerry, by the way, Jerry passed away, I think, with a liver failure, I can't remember. But Leo, we had no clue what was wrong. He couldn't barely walk. Whenever he tried to walk, he wouldn't try to walk to anyone else. He tried walking to me most, which made me cry. He would not eat, he would not drink, he was breathing really heavily. He was a really dark orange, and then he just got really light, which I don't know, that would have been a problem. And so when we finally took him to the vet, on the 11th of July, they said that they had no clue what was wrong. They assumed that it was probably a liver failure, but they checked and everything, they did not. And so the best way, they said, was that they can either do surgery, but we just knew that we didn't want to do surgery, which cost a lot of money and ended up not going well. So we just ended up having him put down, which was my first time being there. And let me tell you, I didn't think, with me crying so much about Jerry passing away, because I wasn't there when they put him down, I did not know I would have cried so much, a lot, when I was actually there when they put him down. So rest in peace. But then on July 15th, I made a painting. As you can see, another night sky, us looking at the night sky, little orange cat, girl in a hoodie, aka me, still here. But then on September 7th, I made a glass painting, and that's what he actually looked like. And by the way, the middle picture, the top middle one, was actually the day before, what he looked like the day before. That was literally the day before we took him to the vet. So yeah. Anyways, on September. Oh yeah, by the way, we're on 2023. I don't know if I told y'all that. Anyways, September 8th, 2023, I did these 3 little ghosts on little canvases. I'm thinking about making these. I had them in little canvases, but I'm thinking about making them into a art print. Would anybody like it? Would anybody think they're cool? I don't know. Especially like around Valentine's Day. Would anybody like that? I don't know. But I'm still thinking about doing that as art prints. And then on September 10th, but the few days before all that, I found out Stampy, aka Stampy Longnose, was ending his lovely world, and I have been watching him since like a year or two when he like a year or two after he started doing his first video of it. So on September 10th, I painted this glass painting, which the background was little pictures of some of his episodes, his popular episodes, and then some of his popular. And I painted him and Squid, Amy Lee 33, and then Squishy, and I can't remember the other 3 on the bottom, but I know those were the last 3 he had before he ended his whole series, and everyone was a little upset. And it says Stampy's lovely world, a world of joy and happiness. Sorry, I could not see. And then on October 9th, I painted this Batgirl. She has glitter. I put glitter, like old glitter that I had, into a old black paint, and then made it glitter paint. But this is it. I have to do it sideways or you ain't gonna be able to see it, but it is supposedly me holding a brush in my face and little brushes, and then painting all that, and then yeah, that's pretty much it. I didn't really Ooh, and then October, would anybody like if I made this into an art print? It is supposed to be 2 lovey ghosts. At the time, I did not know what to do. I just wanted to paint ghosts, and and see, I was really into ghosts still. I wanted, since it was October too, so I did this 2 little ghosts in the night sky with the moon, weird wonky moon. But still, anybody would want this if it was an art print. I needed to start asking. Anyways, oh, and then October 31st, I made this. That was me and Rainey's birthday, so I made this for her room, because my big canvas, I ain't gonna grab it, but the one that says Ken's art, that's the one that I put all my pictures on that you used to see back there, but I had to put it down. I had to put it down and take all the pictures off because they were starting to be crumpled, and also some reason like not wanting to stay on, so I ended up just going to get some new fresh ones soon. So I'm just waiting. And so I made this. I'm just going to show it again. On October 31st, for Rainy, it is a cow print because she is very, very addicted to cow print or anything country related. Any horses, goats. Literally, she is an animal lover, but mainly she loves cow print. Anything that has cow print. So I did a glittered spots cow print, pretty much. That was really hard to say. And now we're almost done. We're on 2024. They're mostly small. They're mostly small. Anyways. Oh, that's why. I can't believe that also happened. So. Okay. Anyways. Anyways, so I don't know, can I show this one or not? I'm gonna just show it. Like I said, I was still into not really like loving my body, so I thought if I made more paintings, this was supposed to be, that's what I'm just gonna say, that's what my body kind of looked like anyways. So I did that with flowers around it. So yeah, and that was the January 17th. I'm still laughing about that. And also on January 17th, I made this one, which is supposedly be two silhouettes of my two lake cats, Jerry and Leo, and of course another galaxy. And then, okay. So quickly, gonna explain something. So, I made a thing before, and no, I seen on YouTube that people like made like a person, but an acrylic pour person, and then I'll just show you. I've seen a lot of people doing this, but so much better. And so I tried it, and that's how it turned out. And it's supposed to be me holding a floating skull. I am going, this year, soon, I'm going to try and do this again. Because I really enjoy doing it, but I know I didn't like it. So I'm going to try this again. Hopefully. Ooh, and then from January 29th to January 29th to February 28th, I made all these paintings. There's more. I made 12 each. So we have the first one I'm looking at is the One Piece. I did 12 characters from the One Piece, and then next one is the Hunter x Hunter and Attack on Titan, all 12 again. Just saying, these are all 12 in total, and different from all these shows, by the way. And then Demon Slayer and My Hero. And then May 24th, I did this one. This one, I think, and the next three, I think the next three are the ones that I also put in the art fair last year. This one didn't place, by the way, so I'm just going to say that. So that's May 24th. This one, I think, got third place. It is June 1st. It is Jerry and Leo. I really like how this turned out, and I may hang it up. Anyways, oh, I don't have pictures of these, but I do have them still. On June 4th, I made these, all 9 of these paintings. I think there's only 2, 3 each of them, and they are ombre paintings of the pride flags. Because, like I said, okay, those skeleton pride flags I had, and I also made bubbles. I didn't show y'all because I forgot those. But anyways, no one did not buy any of them, so I ended up making 4 new paintings. But I'm thinking about trying to put them into art prints and seeing if people like them. I don't know. We'll see. Anyway, so these are the ombre ones, and then here's all these. The flowery ones are the June 28th. June 2nd in the back corner is like, I did like water, like I colored on a plastic bag or anything, the flag, and then I sprayed it with water and then put the canvas on top of it, and it looked like a watercolor look. I'll make sure to have a picture of it somewhere. And then June 3rd, I did like the masking tape and then did the flags and then pulled off the masking tape, and it looked like I had a little strip on it. And then the bubbles are in the back corner, and that's back in from 2022. I still have them to this day, by the way. None of them hasn't been sold. So, June 27th, I made these. I made 2 of them, by the way. These are just random doodles that I looked up on Google, because it was me, Gingy, and Lindsay. And so, we were wanting to do like an hang out. We wanted to hang out and do just paint, really. Just paint and watch. I can't remember what we were watching, but this is what we did. Then I painted the little, there we go. I painted the little smiley face, the little tiny Grim Reaper, the Among Us, and this one. And then the rest were on marker, because I wanted to fill it up. So that's that one. And then I did a little one that I just painted one thing on it, and it is the froggy on top of the mushroom, and then all the others were just random doodles again, and on Google, and colored in a marker. I really like them. Honestly, I really like them. I'm gonna admit it. I like them. And then June 30th, I made this thing. It is a landscape in a diamond. Just letting y'all see it. This one did not place either, but this was the other one that there was one that got first place, but I can't remember which one it was. I think it was the one way back, but I really wanted to put it in, but I told them wrong. Well, kind of lied to them. I told them that I did it earlier, but I did it way back, and that one got first place. It was the girl with the skeleton. Anyways, yeah, June 30th, by the way. This one didn't place, but this one didn't place either, and this one has been my living profile for ever since then. No, this one was I had this profile on my Instagram before I even painted it. It was like sketch in my sketchbook, my old sketchbook. So this one I painted it on July 2nd. Oh, and we're actually done. But I have 3 honorable mentions. Or well, let me do this. From April 22nd, 2023 to December 22nd, 2024 was all of these custom paintings, but I didn't ship any of them until the someday in January from last year till December. That was a whole year me shipping stuff, so anyways, but yeah, but honorable mentions, this one, I don't think it doesn't have a day or a year or anything, but this one is me and Rennie picked a color for the background. She picked the light blue, and I picked the dark blue. The metallic one is my hand, the orange one's her hand, and we just splatted different colors, and then we put in the middle my ride or die. The second honorable mention is I saw this a lot on Google. People like they don't have the heads of their bodies. I'll just show you because that sounds weird. They done this, and so I try to do it, and that's what my outcome is. Sunflowers are one of my favorite flowers. I also like orchids, just saying. And this one was back in September of last year when me and Gingy went to the fair, and then I think we went to the fair before we hung out. I can't remember if we hung out before we hung out at the fair or after we hung out at the fair. But anyways, we did another painting day, and I painted ghosts, but I want to finish this year. It is just ghosts that I found on Google. So I have that. But I think that is it. I have more paintings, by the way. I'm going to tell you now that I didn't have a picture of. If I don't, I'm just going to spam some right here that I probably didn't take a picture of or mention. But, oh wait, I do have another honorable mention, but I don't have a picture of. This right here. It is a painting that I made. It is, I think, acrylic pour painting of mine, Brooklyn, Gingy, and Lindsay's favorite colors, and it says, because I think we met in 2017, so it says 2017 through 2020 best friends, and all of those are just, let me see if I can't zoom in. Okay, anyways, it is all pictures of all of us, or me with him, anyways, especially just me and them. So I just want to mention that. And also, whenever we graduated, I made a painting of something that has to do with our favorite colors. I can't remember what I did, but I think I did. It was like, it's supposed to be like a kid thing, because we all met in school. I met Gingy in 1st grade, Brooklyn in 5th or 6th grade, and then Lindsay came to our school 7th grade, and we all became friends then. So I made it look like a kid thing, and I put my handprint, our favorite colors of the set of our handprint, like that, and then put best friends. No, I think on my thumb on my middle finger I put both the years 2017 and all that. Especially when it was because we met Lindsay then, so that's when our whole friend group became together. So yeah, 2017, 2023, and then it put best friends, and I gave it to all of them. They really liked it. That's the last honorable mention. But anyways, I get to tell y'all how many I have done. So let me check something really quick and see if I forgot anything. I kind of realized this is going to be a long video, but I don't care now, because I don't know if I'm going to post this or not. But anyways, the grand total of how many paintings I have done is 285-ish. I had to put ish because I think I have made more than 285 that I just either don't have a picture of, or literally just don't have a picture of, but I do remember painting something. Because like I said, I do remember painting that, and I also remember painting that. I also remember painting some other stuff too that I just don't have a picture of. That's why I'm saying I have probably, because there was another glass painting I made for my mom's friend and her 2 kids, and I don't have a picture of that, but I do remember making it, and I do remember giving it to her. So, but yeah, that is it. That's literally it. I have made over 200. I'll say 250. I have 285-ish, but I'm probably already 300 if I'm gonna say. But either way, that is all my paintings, and I am still I'm still thinking on doing my theme for my art shop a galaxy look, because this is what my art shop on Google Sites looks like anyways. So I'm thinking of doing it, and but yeah, anyways. So yeah, I'm going to probably do it as a galaxy and all that. But yeah, that is it of this video. I hope y'all enjoyed walking down memory lane with me and knowing more about me. But yeah, I have my whole bed filled with canvas. Anyways, so I am about to go because my phone is almost dead. So, I hope y'all enjoyed, and I will probably see y'all in the next video. Bye!